Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will show you the best 4-finger claw setup that you can use in other to become a better player in PUBG Mobile. In PUBG Mobile, using 4 fingers is incredibly efficient because you have additional fingers to press multiple buttons as compared to a thumbs or 3-finger claw player. This increases your reaction time, making you more efficient on the battleground. Now, let's move on to my control layout. This is the 4-finger claw control setup that I use. For every 4-finger claw setup that you will see out there, the basic fundamentals is the position of your aim and shoot buttons. So let's focus on these sections. For the purpose of this video, I will make a new control layout which will be much easier to learn when starting 4-finger claw. Move your fire and aim button to the upper side of the screen. Remember to use the left fire button instead of the right fire button, since the left fire button does not control your camera movement. I will explain this later in the video. So you can hide the right fire button or use it with your thumbs for tap fire. Now go and practice in the training ground. Before we start with the drills, let's modify these settings. Turn peek and fire on, to enable the peek feature. For peek and open scope, you have 2 options. 1. When you set your peek and open scope to on, your scope automatically opens when you press the peek button, and this is useful for beginners. Two. When you set your peek and open scope to off, you have to manually press the aim button to open your scope. This is used by pro players. And each has its advantage. For lean mode, I recommend you set it to hold. This means you have to hold the lean or peek button in order to lean, and when you release it then you come out of leaning. This is very useful because it increases your reaction time. When you set your lean mode to tap, this means that you have to tap the lean or peek button to lean and also tap the lean button to come out of leaning. When you set your lean mode to mixed, you have a blend of tap and hold. For scope mode, I will also recommend you set it to hold. This means that you have to hold your aim or scope button to scope in, and then when you release it you scope out. This also increases your reaction time and reflexes, and you can be able to do quick scoping just like this. When you set your scope mode to tap, this means that you have to tap the scope button to scope in and tap again to scope out. This reduces your reaction time, but some people are very good with it, so maybe you can too. You can set your scope mode to mixed to have a blend of the tap and hold. For camera rotation while ADS, when you set it to on, you can be able to move your scope or aim around when you move your scope button in any direction. But I recommend you set it to off, so it doesn't mess with your aiming. Before we move on, here are some advice. 1. Whenever you make a new control layout, move around testing all the buttons to see if you are comfortable with their positions. Once you are comfortable with them, then you move on to the drills.
Marked a location.
2. Do not overlap the left and right fire button, as this can mess with your aim at some point. This is because the right fire button controls camera movement, so it's best to use the left fire button. 3. Once you get used to your control layout, decrease the transparency of your buttons to avoid obstruction to the field of view when searching for enemies. Now to the drills. Drill number 1. Drill number 2. Drill number 3. Drill number 4. Drill number 5. Drill number 6. Drill number 7. And now to my sensitivity. I don't recommend copying someone's sensitivity, so I will link a video in the description below that will help you get your own perfect sensitivity. Here is a gameplay using the 4-finger claw setup.
Let's go.
Team has scored for the first time! is in the lead. Reloading! Half of the match is over, and the blue team is in the lead. Expired! No mercy! Cover me!
Great! You're about to win!
The red team doesn't have a lot of time left.
Team victory!